Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
This is exciting. I got to tell you, Donnie Most is in town. He was Ralph Mouth on Happy Days, and you know, we're ecstatic. So we're down here actually streaming this literally all over the world. We know that some of our troops down in Iraq, Afghanistan, they're tuning in tonight, which is really a great thing, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
How was it being part of something so huge?
It was crazy. It was totally nuts. And I was 20 when I started the show. So, you know, when it got to be really big, say, third season, I was 22, 23. And, you know, the way it was overwhelming to all of a sudden be thrust into a different kind of a world where everywhere you go, people recognize you. And that's a big adjustment. It's kind of neat and fun at first, but then it becomes it's tricky. It's tricky to navigate that, but it was an incredible experience doing that show and working with such great people, and it was fantastic.
I could swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. Why, it's almost like being in love.
When they hear the show and they're going, "My God, I know you could sing like this, and why didn't you ever sing on Happy Days?" And so I tell this story during the show, and I don't want to spoil it.
She'd never bother with anyone she'd hate. That's why the lady is a trend.
The truth of the matter is I was singing before I ever was acting. And I grew up in Brooklyn, and then I was singing in the Catskill Mountains when I was 15 years old with a professional group, and we would tour around all the hotels and doing the nightclubs. So I was doing that before I was acting. So now this is not really new. It's kind of going back to my first love.
It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.
Oh yeah, this is what I've loved my whole life, is to sing the songs like that Sinatra did, and Bobby Darin, and Nat King Cole, and Joe Williams with the Count Basie Band, and Dean Martin and Tony Bennett, and do all the the songs from the Great American Songbook with a jazz bent. I always loved it with a jazz and blues kind of bent to it, and that's how we've kind of fashioned the show.
I never saw rainbows in my mind, but now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light.
Bobby Darin was my favorite. As much as I loved Sinatra, loved him, and all the others I mentioned, but Bobby, I connected for some reason more than anyone else. I got to see him perform at the Copacabana when I was 18 years old, and never forget that. And so some of his songs are my favorites. I've been moving around a lot. About 2 weeks ago, I was at the Iridium Jazz Club in New York City, and then at a supper club called McClune's out in Asbury Park, and then before that in LA, I did a bunch of shows at different venues there, and I'm going to be at San Diego. Now I'm going to be going to Milwaukee to do more. So they're popping up. You know, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see where it goes.
But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well that I've got you under my skin?
No CD yet, but it's in the planning stages. I'm working on something that's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna take a couple of months before we're done, you know, but we're definitely working on one.